What's up, YouTube? Mandy Hops here, coming at you from beautiful Las Vegas. You guys like my pajamas and my Uggs? Yeah, I'm grown, so I took a shower and put my pajamas back on because I can do that. But, so, guys, I was just reading that like 5 days ago, Papa John had to stand down on his company. Honestly, I freaking hate Papa John's pizza. I think it's disgusting. I think the only reason it's good is because like they give you that oil and butter to dip it in. You can dip like a turd in that stuff and it'll taste good. But here's the one thing that caught me off guard because I was like reading about it, and this whole time I never even took the time to realize this because, again, I didn't really like Papa John or his pizza. But here's what I do like: I like self-made people, and he's self-made. So like he started out when he was 11, and I already knew this. Like in a broom closet of his dad's bar in Indiana, which honestly, I've had some of the best pizza I've ever had out of the broom closet, out of bars here. And I actually ate a pizza out of the oven that a gangster like cooked a dude in that's now in a mob museum. The pizza was, anyway, I digress. So, what does everybody know that Papa John got in trouble for? Saying the N word, right? So, here's the thing with people nowadays, like social media and cancel culture takes things so far. Is he like a public speaker? No, hell no. He's a rough and tough kid that literally started making pizza in a closet, worked his way up 2 years later. He's now worth 1.1 billion. Don't feel bad for Papa John, okay? But I do feel bad about the situation. So after looking into it, everybody said, oh, he said the N word. And I thought, he probably did. You know how many people probably secretly say the N word or like racial slurs? Who knows what goes on between people in their real conversations? But here's the sad part. So he was like the public image, right? And then all the Colin Kaepernick started, all the kneeling started. And because he was associated with the NFL, and that was like one of his main like ad revenues, everything started to go down in the NFL, and people were like protesting when they were protesting. And he talked shit on it, and like many Americans did, about people not kneeling. And just because you don't kneel, and this is my opinion personally, like I love America, I would never kneel. That doesn't mean that because you stand up that you're for police brutality, that you're a racist. It means you love your country, right? Like that's totally different, right? So if more people loved our country more, like that wouldn't have even been an issue in the first place. I digress. So he started to lose business. So then they had him step down. So he ordered this company called Laundry Service, right? To basically, zhuzh up his public image, right? What he had messed up. So they had actually secretly recorded him, okay? And in his secret recordings, you know what he said? He wasn't like using the N word. This whole time I thought he was. Like, I never knew this the whole time it went on because I didn't care. What he said was, and I heard the recording, and this company that he hired to help him was secretly recording him, and the ones who put him on blast. So I think it was a setup. But he said, well, Colonel Sanders used the N word, and blah, 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 blah. But that's the only time he used the N word. Okay? He was saying this guy says this word and gets away with it and da 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 da. Just talking about like racism, right? He wasn't saying he wanted to use it. He never used the N word. He said Colonel Sanders used and then he said the actual, N word. So all this is because you talked about Colonel Sanders using, and that's another self-made dude. Dude, that guy dropped out of school at 16. He could barely read or write. He tried to be a lawyer, an insurance agent, a train conductor. Like, dude, that dude was always ready to scrap, dude. He actually got kicked out of like being a lawyer because he tried to scrap in an Arkansas courtroom, And so he started his business. He started as like a shorthand cook, right? So when he got to 65, he retired. He had not even started being famous yet. So that gives you guys hope, right? That gives me hope. I'm 39. Maybe I'll do something great. So he got his first retirement check for 105 bucks. He thought, F you, like this means I can't take care of myself. He borrowed 87 bucks. He went out and got some chicken, started frying it. He did this like deep pressure cooking thing. He was doing it at gas stations, selling it to neighbors. Now Chick-fil-A uses like the deep pressure cooking thing. It fries the chicken better, makes it faster. So I hear. I don't eat Chick-fil-A. But anyway, so at 65, dude, he was gonna kill himself. Like he thought he was a failure. Dude, supposedly like he went under a tree, started writing out all of his life accomplishments, like it was kind of like his like suicide letter, and then he realized, dude, I have a lot of shit to do. Borrowed 87 bucks, started frying chicken. By the time he was 88, he was a billionaire. Okay, Papa John started out at 11. Both these dudes are self-made dudes. Were they rough around the edges? Yeah, but and I think Papa John was just trying to shed a light on that. But I feel really bad because he has all these people now because he has so much money that are working for him, and you got to be careful who's working for you. So they had him step down 5 days ago from his own company that he started out of his dad's broom closet. Isn't that some shit? Could you imagine if you started it with your own bare hands? And now he had people that he's probably paying advise him to resign. And when he did, he can't even look into his own books now, his own company's books that he started with his own bare hands, because these people that he's paying advised him that. He'll be all right. He's got $1.1 billion. All right. He'll be all right. But it is sad to see like these self-made people and like what can happen to them, and just how, dude, this whole time I thought he was like blasting the N-word, like for real, until I actually heard the recordings with my own ears, and I'm like, this is what this has been about the whole time. And a lot of people are like me, and nobody takes the time to like give a shit about Papa John and like what he said. You know, you just hear it and you're like, oh, that dude's racist, or oh, this is that. No, dude. It does suck for Papa John, but I don't know. I think his pizza sucks. But I think his story's awesome, and I think he's self-made. And I think people need to take a step back and before they just like rage on people for how they use their words, because I don't choose my words wisely. I say what the F I want to say, and that's how I roll. I realize, I guess when you're in the public limelight, you're not supposed to do that, but why not? Why not do that? Why not be real? I think more people need to keep it real out here in the beginning. If he would have just kept it real from the beginning and not hired all these publicists, like he probably would have been okay. He probably would have been okay. Everybody's out here. It's a weird time, and everybody's trying to distract from their lives and attack other people, you know, or get something else to like hold on to instead of just like maintaining their own lives, dude. And just, if you like the pizza, you like the pizza, you know? You know, like all these people like that, like they go after the Jimmy John's guy, you know, how he was an exotic animal hunter, you know. Like if you went after every single person that owned a business, you would dig up some bones, right? You would. But people just target these people on purpose. And what's sad is like, I'm not agreeing with what they do, guys, but this is America, dude. And like, this is what we talk about. Be strong, make your own shit, work hard, right? That's what we're about. And then there's all these people out here doing it, and then people dig and dig and dig and trying to find a reason to like break them down. Dude, if you want to break people down that are like out here scamming people, that aren't trying to be self-made, that aren't making pizzas in the closet or sandwiches in the closet or whatever till they build their way up to their own business, you know? Those are the kind of people we need to be coming down on in this country. There's a lot of people that deserve a lot more critique than these guys. That's all I'm saying. So, shout out to you guys. Shout out to all my self-made people and my South people. And the 314. And you guys, get it together. Don't be hating on these hardcore Americans. Hate on the people that aren't doing shit. Love y'all. Mandy Ops.